It's Wednesday, 14th April 2021. Today, I attended a webinar hosted by Ambedkar Society for South Asia, based in Lahore, Pakistan. The topic of the webinar was the unfinished legacy of Dr. Ambedkar, the roadmap for the oppressed people of South Asia. So what is the legacy of Dr. Ambedkar? And what is the roadmap? To my mind, the two concepts mean the same thing. Ambedkar's legacy is the roadmap. It is the roadmap to achieve liberation and freedom of the mind. At the temporal level, Ambedkar's roadmap is embodied in the preamble of the Indian Constitution. The preamble represents a collective journey, a collective destiny of a people. In the preamble, Dr. Ambedkar introduced nation-building principles for the first time in the history of India to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic, and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity of the nation. Before the Constitution, the law of the land was governed by the law of the Hindu Dharmashastras, in which concept of justice, equality and liberty, fraternity were selectively and unevenly applied. So the preamble is the template. It is the roadmap, not only for Indians, but for humanity in general. For it encapsulates values that have been worked through numerous revolutions, whether it be the Russian Revolution, the French Revolution, the English or the American Revolution. So the adoption of the preamble was a revolutionary step to universalize principles of liberty, equality, fraternity, and justice. You will be familiar that Dr. Ambedkar provided a roadmap for the oppressed, the so-called untouchables, and gave them a slogan to educate, organize, and agitate for their rights. Today, the Dalits are rising to assert their social, political, and human rights as guaranteed by the Indian Constitution. Values that are direct challenge to BJP-RSS hegemony and the rise of Hindu fundamentalism. In his book, Pakistan or Partition of India, written in 1946, Dr. Ambedkar writes that if a Hindu Raj does become a fact, it will no doubt be the greatest calamity for this country. In a memorandum on the rights of states and minorities, written in 1947, which he submitted to the Subcommittee on Fundamental Rights, he wrote, "Unfortunately, for the minorities in India, Indian nationalism has developed a new doctrine which may be called the divine right of the majority to rule the minorities according to the wishes of the majority. Any claim for the sharing of power, the minority is called communalism, while the monopolizing of the whole power, the majority is called nationalism. Today, the rise of Hindu fundamentalism and majoritarianism is a threat to Indian democracy. Ambedkar's conception of justice is equitable, egalitarian, and deep and far-reaching, especially gender and racial justice, intersecting class, caste, and gender. Ambedkar was an avowed feminist and fought for women's rights in every sphere, which is evidenced by the Hindu Code Bill, which to him was more important than his work on the drafting of the Indian Constitution. Ambedkar was a polymath. His vast learning covered so many areas that it is difficult to box him into one single field of study. When he was a student at Columbia University, Ambedkar presented a paper entitled Castes in India, Their Mechanism, Genesis and Development, wherein he quotes Dr. Ketka that if Hindus migrate to other regions on earth, Indian caste system would become a world problem. In the UK, we had to establish an organization like Caste Watch UK to stop the virus of caste from spreading into the UK. Dr. Ambedkar once wrote that caste is ever ready to take advantage of the helplessness of a man and insist upon a complete conformity to its code, both in letter and in spirit. A caste can easily organize itself into a conspiracy to make the life of a reformer a living hell. Those of us who challenge the obscurantist and fascist ideology of caste fully know how true these words are. As campaigners, we face the wrath of those who want to continue with the status quo of caste. For justice to be realized, tensions always exist in plural societies. So to minimize that tension, Ambedkar operationalizes the concept of fraternity based on Buddhist concept of karuna and metta, meaning compassion and loving kindness. Inspired by liberal egalitarianism of the Buddha, Ambedkar exposes the hollowness of ancient Dharmashastras and takes revolutionary steps towards Buddhism. My social philosophy, he says, may be said to be enshrined in 3 words: liberty, equality, and fraternity. Let no one, however, say, I have borrowed my philosophy from the French Revolution. I have not. My philosophy has roots in religion and not in political science. I have derived them from the teachings of my master, the Buddha. May we all march together on the common roadmap, our common destiny and shared goals to spread love, peace, harmony, democracy, justice, and fraternity as envisioned by Dr. Ambedkar. Thank you for your time. Jai Bhim.